What's up guys, it's Noah here with CustomRCMods. Welcome back to the channel. Today I just pulled up at the park, sun is quickly fading and it's snowy everywhere, so it's time to go ahead and fly the FT Simple Scout properly this time on skis. And this is no ordinary FT Scout ski flight. I've actually affixed 2 GoPro sessions to the fuselage and the wing of this airplane, and I'm super excited to capture some onboard footage of this plane flying, hopefully of getting some nice touchdowns, things like that. I'm not totally sure. I don't even know if my angles are good, but I have both GoPros on super view, so hopefully we'll be able to salvage something of that super wide shot. But either way, I can't really speak too much about it, draw too many conclusions, because of course we haven't flown it yet, so it's time to go ahead and do that. Let's do it now. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and start recording on my cameras here. We got one here on the bottom of the fuselage, and one out here on my wing. Perfect. Alright, so they're both going. Got the red lights. Good to go. And let's just see if we can taxi around. I'm going to try to take off from the parking lot and just do some touch and goes, things like that, but oh my gosh. That was close. That was close. Alright, so we're up in the way, and yeah, that's definitely one thing about flying with action cameras or anything heavy, is that you could see anytime, even though this plane's perfectly trimmed out, I'm slowly losing it off to the side. Just something you can really expect just because of all that extra weight way out on the wingtip there. It's kind of like a scale. It's out of balance. Line inverted. A little bit touchy on my ailerons. I probably should have dumbed down my travel just so it's not nauseating a look through that camera there, but either way, you can definitely feel it. Going in for a touch and go, see how these skis work. Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. These colors are so beautiful tonight. Just like that. And this, I mean, you can definitely feel the cameras on there. It is heavy, but it definitely, you can feel it in the lack of power, and of course just fighting the controls a little bit off to the left just to keep that wing up in the air. But this thing's still flying really good despite that, and still has plenty of power here with the 10x7 prop on this PowerPack C spec 2836 motor, 1100 kV from Turnigy. And wow, look at this thing. It's super dialed in, easy to fly. Again, I would add some aileron trim there to compensate for the camera. However, that's kind of pointless, just considering that this thing is obviously going to be just fine when I take the cameras off. So there's no need to compensate for it. I'll just give it a little bit of compensation just by holding a little bit of aileron there. This thing does very slow coordinated turns beautifully. Look at that. Look at that. And definitely handles the skis better than the Simple Stick did, just because obviously you have a little bit more prop clearance. It's not as long of a plane, so you don't really need to worry about that as much. But yeah, it's really flying very, very nicely. The next thing I want to talk about is this Scout itself. I've definitely had some interesting run-ins with this plane, most of them off camera, and none notable to like the point where I need to scrap it, but you definitely saw that in the end of the original video I did with the skis on this plane out here in the parking lot when there wasn't any snow. So yeah, that was tough. I crashed it there, just had to re-glue the wing, and I had to re-glue my landing gear. My motor mount was fine, and then I had a little bit of an issue. I crashed it when I was flying inverted with my buddy Kafka. We were out here flying with, and I was just being dumb with it, and yeah, I paid the price big time. Got a little too low inverted and tried to pull out of it the wrong way, and yeah, stuff like that happens. It's really hard to prevent crashes when you're flying really gutsily, I guess. So had a pretty bad crash there. Got my wing all out of shape again, and then my motor mount exploded. The 3D printed firewall PLA, obviously plastic's very brittle in the cold, so that definitely does make sense. But flying from snow is blissful. But yeah, I had another one of those just on Christmas Eve, which was 2 days ago. I was flying out in the snow again with Kafka, and I was running a little low. It was actually very similar to the original one that you saw in the skis video that I did, where I kind of the wind kind of got behind it and it pushed the tail off, and I was out of juice, so I couldn't save it. That was the end of it. And again, I just had to go ahead and make a new motor mount and just another wing adjustment, and I was good to go. But look at this thing just motoring around beautifully. I don't know if it's just added weight, but this thing is so stable. It's not dropping a wing at all. Just bring it right in here for a little touch and go. A little bounce in the snow, but it's overall pretty forgiving. I've got the rubber band set up on the skis with medium tension, I'd say, which is just perfect for this plane. So there's not much to worry about. Yeah, the 2 cameras definitely tone it down a little bit, but in a really good way. Yeah, if you guys get snow and you like to fly on the snow, that's excellent. If you have never flown on the snow, I highly recommend it. Find someone that you know, or if you already have one, a 3D printer is an excellent resource to print some skis, print some landing gear. And these skis work flawlessly. As always, I will have the skis in the description below if you want to check them out on Thingiverse. They're very, very easy to print, just standard PLA settings, and very, very effective as well. The rubber band system that the creator envisioned for this is nothing short of genius. It's just super easy. The skis go up when they're not in use, and then just a little bit of tension takes them down to the normal operational position there. Just like that, and you can roll all over it. I'm essentially just flying right off of the snow, honestly. I'm keeping the throttle low. I'm only a 1/3 throttle right now, and obviously I'm not going too fast, or I don't have a lot of punch, but there's 3/4 throttle right there. Inverted, and slip it back around. Definitely does not like to hold inverted smoothly when we have these cameras on board, which obviously they're under the vertical center of gravity, so that would definitely make it a little bit more top heavy when it's upside down, of course. But this thing is flying absolutely spectacular on the snow out here. So good that I'm comfortable going on my skis and then just traveling all the way around here. And the rudder is actually really effective for taxiing around on the snow. I can take right off again. Just like that. Bring it back down. I could do this forever. Unfortunately, my light's going to escape here in a few minutes, so I can't do it forever today, but certainly is a bunch of fun. And I think my camera might have gotten messed up. Let's do a flyby just to see. My wing camera looks like it's not doing too hot. I don't know. I might just be looking at it from a weird angle.
3 minutes.
It's fine. Maybe. I don't know. It definitely looks like it shifted. Not totally sure. But what you gonna do, right? Yeah, so I was going inverted there. I didn't quite have enough power. I think I'm getting a little bit of battery sag, which is quite common on this huge motor. Just a little 1300 milliamp hour 3-cell pack. So yeah, definitely having some issues on that wing GoPro. So I think we're probably nearing the end of this flight. So let's take a look at it right here. Let's make sure. I mean, it's definitely loosened out. I'm not totally sure. Oh, that's full throttle. Okay, we got to bring her in for an emergency landing. Let's taxi back around to me, and we can call that a flight. Just like that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and see how that camera's doing, but that's going to do it for the video, guys. That was a lot of fun. I'm glad to actually get this thing down on snow, and yeah, it was very, very satisfying and a lot of fun to fly all around. If you haven't flown on snow, it's very rewarding and gratifying. Definitely recommend you do it. Thanks you guys so much for watching. Please go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment down below if you have questions or comments, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.